Hey guys. Guys, I don't know why every single time I do my intro, it makes me laugh. I don't know why. But that's okay. Who cares? Because laughter is the best healer, sweeties. So laugh, take a laugh. Welcome to this era, this show. This show. I had a coffee, guys. The show that talks about the many sides of me. I'm Kevin, and today we are going to talk about how, when you have clarity, you can execute to find focus and direction and make progress. Because we love progress, sweeties. So let's get started. I really didn't want to fully jump on into this topic. It's just a main topic of the episodes. But I just wanted to talk because my brain just randomly I got quiet there. I'm so sorry. I was doing something. I got a random rush of randomness in my brain and I wanted to talk, which is a good thing because that's called inspiration, sweetie. I think that's what inspiration is. I think inspiration is when you're inspired. You get a random rush of I want to do this right now. I think that's inspiration. And if that's the right definition of inspiration, then good job, Kevin. You just learned something today. What did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about how, I don't know, yesterday, I was working yesterday. And I work in Amazon. I said it in a previous episode. Can you hear my runny nose? It's not runny. It's just what do you call it in Spanish? Gangoso. It's I can't breathe through my nose. And I'm doing this podcast episode. Word of advice: do not do a podcast episode when you are your nose is stuffy or whatever. Anywho, as I was saying, child, I went to work yesterday and in midday, not midday, the second quarter, after the break, everything was going wrong. Not wrong. The computer systems were down and there was something missing and we didn't have it in the building. And I guess if we didn't have it, they would probably send us home because there's no work. It was weird. Everybody wasn't doing anything. We were we were doing something. We were cleaning up and doing little things here and there. Once we finished, everybody just settles down and the managers and assistants, they just sort of settle down too. People are just walking around. They're going to the restroom, straight up getting paid to do nothing, which is cool. It wasn't that long. And I was talking to this one girl and it was I was talking to her for 2 hours, dude. Because the first hour is when everybody was fixing things and just where we were putting we were just doing things. We weren't working, but we were because everybody the managers told us to work, do clean the stations and all that. And I was talking to this one girl and I always saw this girl. I forgot her name. I told her about my podcast. So if you're listening to this, hi. I had a great conversation and I guess I just wanted to say who knew that some stranger and she was a stranger, I didn't know her, could have some similarities to you. I like to think that I attract people around me that might have the same things that I do too. I attracted that and we both have the same similarities, whatever you want to call it. So I thought that was interesting. I don't know, maybe I'm not saying talk to a stranger, but I feel and I don't do this. I'm not saying I do it, but do you ever see someone you're in the, you're shopping in the grocery store and somebody just smiles at you. They smile at you. It gives you a little I hope that it does, because for some people it might be ew, don't look at me. Why are you talking to me? But sometimes I'm if you smile to someone else or just some random stranger, it might make their day. And just, I guess if you put something put some little bit of positivity out there, the universe will align itself to you and you will get laughter back. You will get happiness back. Whatever you're doing is just going to be on track. I recently started reading a book, not reading, an audiobook. It's and I am extremely like oh God, like I do not know how to explain it. Um Hope, if you're listening to this, I'm listening to A New Earth, Awakening to Your Life's Purpose, by Eckhart. How do you say his name? Eckhart Tolle. I don't know how to say his name, but fantastic audiobook. I am like 82% done. Um, I'm not done, and I like it's so weird. Like I had so many experiences, and like listening to this audiobook, it's making me reflect on these experiences, and I'm like, oh my God, it's so funny that I had these realizations, and this book literally straight up said that's what was happening. And I'm like, well, look at me. Like I just had that same realization, and this book just said, like, not confirmed it. The book didn't confirm it, but it like said exactly what I thought. And I'm like, that is so cool. Like I don't know. And the experiences that I'm having, this book is just explaining them in like amazing detail. So I thought that was really interesting. I really am I am so mad. I'm not mad. I am not mad. Okay, so I was recording, and I pressed it again, and I wasn't I wasn't recording this whole time, and I was talking, guys. That is the most wow. Let me reintroduce what I was talking about. So I was saying that the book is so interesting because it like made me think about, places. God, I really wish I knew what I was talking about. Um Anyways, maybe it was for a reason, um honestly, maybe that was for a reason. Let's do it. I That's the thing. That's a really great segue. That I gotta find peace in what just happened. Like, not focus on, like, let me give a great example. If I drop a piece of food on the floor, am I gonna use my energy and time to get so mad about it now? And I'm not saying that I'm all perfect and whatever. I do get mad at like a lot of things, right? But I'm a work in progress, and that's happening. We're not fixing that. We're practicing how to, you know, find focus and just, not be aware of that. Sometimes, if you drop something or something happen, I try not to put so much energy into like me getting so mad at it. I say, oopsie daisy, it fell. The best thing I could do is pick it up and clean it and move on. Because if I start putting so much energy in all of this, I start making stress that I don't need. I don't need that stress. I don't need to be mad at something that I can't do anything about it. It's like death too. Like, some people die. Maybe they will do the best that they can to bring them back to life, but if they die, they died. Like, I don't know. That sounds so sad. But anyways, the book reminded me in one section where um, it was talking about like, it's so interesting because I had moments where I would be, I don't know, the book, I just would do something and like, I don't know, the book like made me reflect about things that I've already done and like have practiced, and like I'm like, oh my God, like it didn't like confirm, but like it like added to it, and I don't know, it felt like it was right and I needed to read it. One part that I really enjoyed, it's like, and I always bring my boyfriend up like in a bunch of things. Like I'm with my boyfriend, and I'm like, it's not just that I'm like with my boyfriend or whatever. It's like I'm with a person that I have grown with in the past few months in a way that, in two different ways, in a relationship way, like in that sort of standpoint, and in a way where it's like this like awareness in that sort of way too. So it's not just me being like, oh, I have a boyfriend, oh, I love him, I do, but it's also, the inner peace and focus, direction, awareness of like some things. And one part that I wanted to talk about was that once upon a time, me and him were like we have these moments. I've had these moments a lot, but one particular moment I was very aware of it, aware of the awareness is what I'm saying. I was, I was with my boyfriend, and I had this great moment of peace, and I didn't, I was like, feels so peaceful, and I remember like, time didn't exist. It's just like sort of melted away. And I sound all romantic, like, I'm with my boyfriend, time melted. Like, it sounds like such a freaking little novela moment, but it just did. And it was this like peaceful moment, and nothing mattered. And I didn't need to care about what was happening. I didn't need to focus my brain. And I'm saying that I'm practicing this, like I'm practicing being aware of the now, being aware of the present. But, in that moment, to like tell you guys is like, I'm not focused on what's happening, what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, what I'm going to be, all the, the future, what's going to happen 10 years from now. I'm not focused on what happened, in the past. I'm not time traveling into the past and like focusing on, something that already happened and I cannot change, or holding a grudge on someone, something that someone said, whatever, or anything in the future. I was in this moment, and I was aware that I was aware of being in peace with the present. And it's funny because when you are when you are aware of being present, you could notice that nothing matters and that time doesn't exist. And it's so funny because I had that moment, and a chapter in this book talked about that. And I thought it was so interesting because I was like, oh my God, like I felt that. I remember feeling that. And I remember saying it to my boyfriend too. I told him, I was like, dude, I feel like this great sense of peace, and time doesn't exist right now. It just doesn't feel like time is moving. It's like, it just felt so good. And I don't know, try to, for the listeners out there, try to find a moment where you were really in peace with the present. And I don't know if you can notice that you are hyper aware of like every little detail in the now, like everything like happening right now. And the book was talking about that in one of the chapters, which I thought was, it was really interesting, was saying that the only thing you have is the present. You right now, what's happening is all you know. The moment that I just had right now, where I accidentally, for me, where I didn't, I wasn't recording, that was in the past. That just happened already, and that was in the past. And can I be mad at it right now? I could be like, God darn, I should have played it, blah, blah, blah. But why? The only thing that's happening is me speaking into this microphone right now. And that's all that's happening right now. And just being present is like the best thing that you could do. Like, because I don't know, it sounds like, sad, but life is really short. And like what if you focus on now, you're going to enjoy it more and not have like, why would you spend your whole life like being like, oh, I should have done this, or regrets and the past or the future, whatever, focus on now. And that's all you have. That sounds like really weird, and I'm probably wording it like wrong, but you know what I mean. I don't know. I really like that book. God, I was talking right now, and like I really put it really good, and it sucks that I wasn't recording. I didn't really miss anything. I don't think I missed anything, but I was recording. I didn't record, and it was just I looked at the thing. I'm like, wait, it's not recording. But whatever. God, what was I saying? I was saying, when I wasn't recording, that anybody talk to themselves. I said that in one of the previous episodes where I was like, you can talk to yourself and like verbalize your thoughts. And like when you conceptualize your ideas, by doing so, you can like manifest what you truly want in your life. And I think I was saying that sort of reminded me, when I was not recording, I said something about like when you like be nice. Or did I say that before? I might have said it in the beginning where I was like, when you like are doing something that aligns with the universe will bring like abundance and align itself to you, and you will. The book said it so well. The book actually talked about this. And they, the guy could say it to you very well, but he was saying like how when you like align yourself with the universe will like bring what you want, but it would also be aligned with everybody else. Like it's giving everything to you, but it's also aligning with what should and like what has to happen. Like it's just like, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know. And one thing, it's so funny because the book and I also saw this this one like girl talk about this where she was saying, but like, don't be like, not to be like, oh, I don't have any money. I can't get anything. And the thing that she said like to do, and it's funny because like me and my boyfriend do this, where like sometimes we'll be in the store and like there would be something and we would be like, oh, I'm rich. Oh, like, have like a rich mindset. Like, oh, I have money. I can do it. I can buy it. And I've been doing that for really quite a while. Obviously I would joke around sometimes where I'm like, oh, I don't have any money. Oh. But sometimes I'm like, oh, I have money. I'm rich, whatever. And it might not be a lot of money, sweetie, in my bank account. And it might not be a lot in your bank account, but say that you do. Say that you have money. Like, not, I'm not saying like I'm going to go to a stranger and be like, hey, I have a lot of money in my bank account. Haha. Like, no, like when, sometimes we're like casually like, oh, I want to buy this. Oh, well, I'm rich. I can get it. Like that, like a little, it sounds so like annoying. Like if you heard somebody probably say that in the store, like somebody walking by and being like, ew, he just said like, he just flexed on me. I'm like, no, I didn't flex. I flexed on myself. I'm just trying to like have a better mindset, like be positive about it. I got money, I can buy it. Like not saying, oh, I don't got any money, I can't buy it, darn. No, like be like excited about it. I have money, I can buy it. And I think I do truly, and I feel like people would like see, I don't know. I feel like other people, like they probably have a lot of money, right? And I don't have as much as they do, but what I have is like a lot to me. Like that, like it seems like a lot. Like what I have now is like a lot. I feel like and this sounds so, I don't know, some people are probably going to understand what I'm saying. Like when you have abundance, when you feel the abundance, that's what you will have. Like, I'm not saying I want, like, obviously, like, I would love to have like more, like, oh, I want a Tesla. I want this, these material things. But what I have, when I look around, I'm currently looking around in my room and I'm looking around and I'm like, this is abundance. This is what I wanted and I've got it. Ariana says it right. She's like, I want it. I got it. Yeah, girl. She knows what she's talking about. Okay. So, but just look around, whoever's listening, try to look around and be like, hey, like, find a moment maybe that you were like, oh, I don't have a lot of stuff. Oh, that person has a bunch of things. But really look around and like look around in your room or look around wherever you are, wherever you're listening to this, whatever you have on your body. I don't know. It doesn't matter. That's material stuff doesn't matter, but you are abundant. And say that to yourself. You have so many things. Anyways, I'm probably not wording this right, but I'm doing the best that I can and the best to my abilities. So there you have it. Something that really has helped me. What has helped me, especially when I start a task, is I simply do the task and I focus on doing the task. And that allows me to efficiently execute all of the tasks that I have. But, it could be very quickly, but also like less stress. And what I do is I immerse myself in the task and I get it done. And I have more time and quality of mind and peace of mind. Like I do one thing at a time. Some people, I feel like they, have a bunch of things that they need to do and that's all they focus on. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to do this. Oh my God, I got to do this. I got to do that. And I do it too. Sometimes I do that a lot. But in other times, I wake up in the morning and I'm like, okay, I got to do this. But I do it. And slowly but surely, everything gets done. in a quicker time frame, and I'm like shocked because then I have time left. I feel like we and I'm not perfect. I do that too, where we focus on like how many hours and how much time, a lot of time we have left, and we're like, crap, this is going to take this long, it's going to take this long, I can't do it, oh my god. But like I said, you only have the now. Focus on what you are doing now. Do the task. Do it with all the best of your ability, and immerse yourself in the task, and you will be surprised when you get it done. And I think the great example is when people like, I don't know if you've seen any videos or you've experienced this. I'm sure you've experienced this. If you gone to school and you did an essay, and you put some music on or something, you do something that makes you get this like in the zone, and you finish the essay, and then you have this realization where you're like, oh my god, I finished the whole essay, and I only I did it in like 1 or 2 hours, and because you immersed yourself in it. I've had so many moments where I remember I hate doing essays. I really do not like doing essays. And I know that when I start school, I'm going to have to do the essays because they're going to have some. But I'm going to try to do what I, sometimes actually accidentally did, where I immersed myself in the task, in the essay. And I got it done in a more, efficient time frame. And I had more time to focus on, other stuff and be peaceful with it, whatever. And it's interesting because like once you envelop in yourself and like yourself in something, you generate ideas, and you finish it, and it just happens. And it's so funny. I'm talking about this right now, and in my mind, I just thought about in the book that I'm reading, the audiobook. It had a moment where it talked about that, like creativity, like how creativeness comes into fruition by enveloping yourself in like, I don't know, like being aware and all of these things. The book, once again, the book is A New Earth, Awakening to Your Life's Purpose, by Eckhart Tolle. I don't know how to say his name. I hope I'm saying it right. And that, that book has sort of brought to light on things that I've done, or I'm currently doing now, or I'm gonna do, which is really interesting. I thought it was really cool. Please read the book. You will not regret it, sweetie. I never really did audiobooks. And I love it. What the hell? Like, I don't know why I didn't do audiobooks in the first place. It absorbs better in my mind. I don't know how to explain it. When I read it, I get sort of like lazy and boring. I hate reading. I really do not like fully reading. Like it's not like the best thing that I like doing. But when I listen to the audiobook, I'm like really into I'm going into it. It's just different. I don't know. Maybe that's my, maybe getting things, hearing something is better than reading for me. So maybe that's what works for me, So I might do that with future books, of course. Anyways, something that I try to do, and which is really good practice, especially like in the shower, wherever you're doing it, doing micro meditations. And a meditation, and again, I'm reflecting on this book. Maybe this episode should be that, just me reflecting on this book. But this book really talked about how like meditation, you could have an hour-long meditation. The guy was talking about how like you can be like in an hour-long session or whatever. But a meditation is really like being aware of the now, being aware of like this moment, and not really like you could, once you like have like clarity like with what's happening now, and like how you're feeling, your breath, like especially the guy was talking about coming to your breath, and that's something that you probably hear when you do a meditation is the breath. The breath is such a great driver, and like making you aware of like what's happening right now, like, and your breath is sort of, it's automatic. It's something that your body just does. And I don't know, it's a great point to go to. So like sometimes do a little micro meditation. It doesn't even have to be 10 minutes, but it can. And just not focus, but just pay attention to your breath, to the sounds around you, to, don't focus on like the sounds. Don't focus on what's happening in your head, what comes up in your head of thinking, and, just like listen to the sounds. Okay, hear the sound. That's it. it happened. Focusing on your, not focusing, but like paying attention to your breath, the way your body moves, the way it, the breath coming in, the breath coming out. And you find this like moment, I guarantee it, you'll find a moment of peace because you are not focused on like all of these other things that's happening. It's just what's happening right now. And becoming aware of being aware. And it brings so much like peace, and it gives space to whatever is happening. Like if you were doing something, it just allows a little bit of room for you to like be aware of that and be like, okay, this is what's happening. This is what's frustrating me. And this is how I can execute it. And this is what I could do, And this is the most interesting thing that I wanted to add onto this is that, a long time ago, I don't know. I do believe that a lot of, everybody has like some form of trauma from their childhood. And I feel like, and this, this could be anything. I used to have like a lot of allergies, and I used to get, I had my tonsils taken out. I remember a lot, but I don't know, but I'm just going to explain to the best of my ability. I had a lot of allergies. I was like diagnosed with asthma, but I never really like had any asthma stuff. I don't know how to explain it. I had a lot of allergies, a lot of allergy shots. I took allergy shots almost every month. I don't know when this was. I am allergic to like 100 things. And I had all of these like respiratory issues. And something that I really brought to light was that what if, and I don't know, what if my physical, the baggage that I have from like whatever was happening in my life, like with struggling with, identity and sexuality and all of these things, what if that was manifesting into like physical baggage? Like what if that was manifesting into these health problems? What if that mental, all of this baggage was manifesting into these like diseases or whatever? And that's something that I've seen that in a lot of like documentaries. I've seen that in a lot of places. People like straight up people who have cancer get rid of their cancer by changing the state of their being, of their mind, and they're like, not their mind, but they're like the way they execute life and like the way they like, even diet. I do, some people even, they go vegan, right? They go vegan, but not in a, someone can go vegan because of like the animals and stuff. Because I mean, like, yeah, that's a really sensitive topic. You can go a lot into about the animals, but other people go vegan because of physical stuff, like they have like a disease or something. I've seen a lot of people get cancer and then they, go into a vegan diet and they get rid of the cancer. And I am a firm believer that it's not just the quality of food that you're eating and putting in your body and the nutrients and stuff, but also the quality of food, bringing that quality state of mind and being, that also, I feel like that causes your body to say, we're relaxing, we're becoming aware, we're, all of this stuff, and your body's able to heal itself. And it's so funny, this book talked about a little bit of that, and I thought that was so interesting because these are, like I said, these are things that like you notice these concepts and you see something, and then this book like sort of reiterates that and like says, hey, this could be, this is that, or, this is what, and it just brought a little bit more clarity in a lot of things. And obviously stuff that I just learned from hearing the book, from listening to it. But it's just, I thought that was interesting. And what if, and I don't know, but what if all of that baggage was manifesting into this physical version of it. And when I passed that, I got rid of it because I do. And, I approach these sort of situations with two sides. A side where I'm like, maybe, because like I came out and all of these things and all of that, I brought peace to myself. The physical baggage, the physical manifestation is now, going away. Now I don't have a lot of allergies and all of that because I don't have a lot of allergies anymore the way I used to. I don't have a lot of these like health issues that I had like before. But another side of me is like, well, maybe you're growing up. Maybe your body is growing up, Kevin, puberty and all of that, and your body's not allergic to these things anymore or whatever. Either way, whatever's happening is happening and it's working. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. And, maybe try if you have some problem, not problem, but if you have like some physical, thing, some health issue or whatever, try to really I don't know, maybe just try to look deeper and see if some emotional thing that's bothering you and has been bothering you could be the reason. And, maybe that could be manifesting into that problem. Do you have some sort of situation with your parents or something? And maybe it's manifesting into your physical body as a disease or something. I just try to approach, whatever you're doing, your parents, try to approach whatever that problem is and, not try to fix it, but, come to peace with it or whatever and see if that physical manifestation is gone and disappears. And maybe it could have been that. And that would be really interesting. And if that does work for you and happen, please tell me. I would love to know. You can leave me a message in my show notes or message me. Message me if you have me on my social media. I would love to hear it. Any type of story of you, that happening to you. That would be really cool. Something that I also I think that could also be bringing some sort of baggage in your mind is an item, material things. I've talked about this on my previous episode with Hope and some other episode too. I talked about how if an item in my room or something that I have, a physical object, does not spark any joy in me, then why is it there taking up space? It's taking up my physical space, but it's also taking up space in my mind. Because when I focus, I'm over here in my room, I see an object that I do not want, that doesn't spark joy. I'm looking at it and it's occupying in my head and it's, bothering me. It's, making me not feel good. Then get rid of it. I think that's such a great way to put it. Again, the book talks about these things more in depth too, a different sides of it. I feel like I'm talking really weird, sweeties. But I had a moment like that where I had a bunch of stuff and I got rid of it. And now all of the things in my room, I love it. And it brings joy to me and it's colorful and it's bright. It's just, there's a peace to, a sense of peace to every single object in my room. And if it eventually goes away or it just doesn't spark any joy in me, I'm gonna give it to someone, sell it, donate it. If it's trash, it's trash. Do something with that. So try to look around and see what's not sparking joy in you and try to find a replacement or get rid of it and, or hide it. You know what? The best thing you could do if you're really stuck on this object, put the object in the closet, put it somewhere you cannot see. Don't leave it there forever. Just put it somewhere where you cannot see and see how that changes you. And if that made you feel better, then go back in the closet, get it and sell it or get rid of it. That's a great way to put it. And that's a great practice. There's nothing wrong with that. So, and something else that's not wrong in doing, there's nothing wrong with talking to yourself the way I do, because I do talk to myself, and being transparent with others. When you have freedom, or the quality of being transparent, not only with yourself, with how I'm feeling and all that, but with others, that clarity could bring you new light, new insight, new love, new compassion with the now. The way you if I am true with what I'm feeling right now, with a relationship with something, that's gonna really shine light to something else. It's gonna really make it clear. It's sort of a great example, the way I said in the a few minutes ago, where I was I was aware of being aware and aware of being in the now and in peace, and that brought a sense of awareness of being being in the present, allowed me to have room and make room for what I was feeling with, my boyfriend, or what I was feeling with my senses and what's happening now. That's a great way to put it. And being able to effectively communicate clearly with someone or open up other sides of you, it's just, that's such a great way to grow. I don't know how to explain it. I had a moment recently, these past few months where I have opened up a lot of things that I was holding. And I guess, and this applies to everybody, but in my instance, it happened with, a lot of people that I know, but also, also with my boyfriend, whatever, where I have been able to effectively communicate how I feel and sort of bring peace to that moment or those emotions and feelings, and not giving it any more attention. And that allowed and made, that made more room for love, or made more room for, insight on something that was happening or something that I'm going to do or whatever, and just brought peace in a way. And, like the recent events, like, I don't know. It's been like emotionally freeing, whatever. And I'm not holding it in a way, not holding the way I feel. And that has allowed me to like reflect deeper with myself and what I can be and what I can be with others. If I don't know, that's I just went into like a really deep place in the night. Not a deep place, but just a conversation, sweeties. I don't know. I wrote a lot of things down. I could have written more, but I had like the urge to explain these things because this book sort of allowed me to reflect on that. And what was I saying earlier? A few minutes ago, I was saying that I think I didn't explain this. When I was reading this book at work, and I saw everything around me differently. I had this weird like moment where I was like, not like I was peaceful with everything around me. And the only way I could put it, here's the way I can put it, is like if my energy, like the energy that I have in my body was the energy that I saw around me. And obviously that's true because like atoms and like particles and all of these molecules are basically the same product that I'm made out of. But I'm saying like I felt like before I felt like, oh, it was just me and my body, but then I started like feeling like, oh, there's all of these objects around me too. There's all of this stuff around me. It was this weird moment. I felt like I don't know how to explain it. If I could draw really well, I would draw it. The way it's coming up in my head is like a sort of like a force field, like an aura. But the aura is not just around my body; it's reflected around everything else. So then what I was like hyper aware of all of the objects, but it wasn't like this. It wasn't. It's sort of like a tiredness. Like I was like not a tiredness, but like this quality of like peace, like almost like when you're going to sleep. But it was like a quality where whatever I was looking at felt peaceful. That it just sounds so weird. I sound like a complete lunatic, sweetie, when I'm explaining this, but it was, I was like not worried about anything. And, there was moments where I was working and like something was happening and, something, I was running out of this or I needed to get water or something, but I did it with peace. I didn't do it where I'm like, oh, I need to get water. God, I need to get this. I need to go over here. I need to do that. God, she's not fixing this. Oh no. I was just like, oh, that's breaking down. Let me go fix it. And then I came back to my station and I kept doing what I was doing. Time passing. I didn't notice. And then it was the end of the day. And it was like, it wasn't like, and I'm going to try to keep that quality when I go to work or whatever I do, because it was great yesterday and I don't want to lose that. So I'm going to try to, I just practice that. I sort of went deeper into myself and was reflecting and like being aware of being aware of what's happening. And that made me feel that way. So next time I'm going to do that. I really hope I'm coming across to whoever's listening to this and making sense. If you needed to hear this, then you needed to hear this, but it's good for me too. Because I'm talking and reflecting on what I felt and what I was feeling. So that's a great way to put it. If I have anything else to say, I'll probably say it, but I do not have anything else currently to talk about. So, Yeah, it's just once again, the book is A New Earth: Awakening to Your Life's Purpose by Eckhart Tolle. I recommend it, whoever's listening to this, to read it if you have not already. Um, I I just don't know how to explain it. The book is very, 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 very interesting and really, really good. I was not on my mic right now. Did you hear that? I didn't like talk right in the mic. What was I gonna say? I don't know what I was gonna say. Maybe I should take a pause. I cleaned my room right now. I cleaned it. It wasn't dirty. My room is fairly clean, like really clean actually. But I put some music on and I was cleaning my room, and it feels so much cleaner. I don't know how to explain it. And that's a really great way to say. If you're cleaning your room, whoever, if you're cleaning your room, cleaning something, try to clean it, but also with like a focus that you're cleaning like negative energy or something. Like when I wipe something, you're wiping away anything that clinged onto it, any emotional, something that clinged onto it. Try to like have that mindset. Like I'm also cleaning and cleansing and bringing new energy and clean energy to whatever I was cleaning. Because maybe some negative energy that I was thinking about has clinged on to that object or something. So if you are cleaning, or next time you do that, get rid of that negative energy. Okay. Speaking of cleaning and negative energy, I said I was going to talk about my bidet. I got a bidet, right? And it is amazing. I highly recommend it. I don't know why it's not a standard in the US, the American standard, the American standard toilet. Cause it really like does a deal with my butt. It cleans it so nice. I found myself ever since I got it, I'm using less toilet paper. Yay for me. Where's the clapping thing? Thank you. You're welcome. As you should. And I've been using less toilet paper. That's amazing. So that's good for the environment. Highly recommend it if you don't have one. If you do, congratulations. You probably like bored of it or something. I don't know. I'm not bored of mine. I like mine. Great investment. I'm so happy. And it came with a little book. Let me get the book. The book is so cute. It's a little cute book. It's called This Number Two Shall Pass. And the book literally has like facts about poop, which is interesting. I don't know, whoever's like, if you're weird about me talking about poop, well, I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm going to talk about poop right here if I want to. This book talks about like how, different forms of poop and, what it means in your body, what it could mean. What you have, what you probably are eating that's causing that. But I thought it was so cool. It has this chapter where it talks about, it's like mantras, and it's 10 behindful mantras to poop by. And it's mantras about your butt. And I thought it was so cool. Like one of them says, let me get you one right here. It says, I know it's going to sound so weird, but it says, my breaths will be deep and my butthole will be open. Can someone tell me why? That is the most weirdest thing I've ever heard. And here's another one. And this one's really deep. Okay, ready? I am not a drop in the toilet. I am the entire toilet in a drop. Like, tell me if that's not a freaking great mantra. And this book also has zodiac signs, like zodiac things about poop. Not poop, but like your zodiac, but with like poopish in it. I don't know how to explain it. So I don't know. That's so cute. The brand, how they did that. Again, I'm not sponsored by this brand, but it's called Tushy. I got the new bidet called Tushy 3.0. If you guys want to check it out, it's like $100, sweetie. It's like really, I don't know. There's a lot of bidets that cost a lot. You could get one on Amazon. By all means, get one on Amazon. But I wanted to get this one. I've seen people use it, and I'm like, and they just came out with a new one, and I got it, and I fell in love with it. I love it. Cleaning my butt very, very well. What else did I do? I'm almost starting school in March 1st. So by the time this is out, we're going to be in school. So that's something that I have been anxious about, but I do need to buy a bunch of stuff. I guess I'm going to be playing a lot with color and stuff. So I need to buy like paint. I never really painted, so that's going to be interesting. And also this is the second to last. I think I honestly could do more if I wanted to, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to when I do school. But this is the second to last episode of season 1 for my podcast, This Era, which is really cool. Yay. Oh, wait, that's not. That's not, I don't know. There's no yay sounds here. I should get the little children that go, yay. I'll do that. That was such a wow, that was so sucky. Let me just get my little gay thing out because that's the only best, very, very sparkly sound. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah. So this one, whatever. And the last episode, which I wanted to talk about the banal and mundane. The banal and mundane. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I'm just going to end it right here because I'm just rambling. Thank you guys for listening to This Era. I really had a great little moment. I wanted to just speak, whatever. And when I finish this, I'm literally going to go to the restroom and use my bidet. I really got to go. So yeah, before you go, show me some love to your favorite podcast by leaving me a review on Apple Podcast. If you have not already, I would very, 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 very much appreciate it if you have not done so. And give me a follow wherever you listen to your podcast if you haven't already done so. I truly appreciate anybody who has given me a follow wherever they're listening to. And stay tuned for next week where I'm going to talk about the banal and mundane. And it's also the season finale of This Era. Like I said, season 1, and I do want to do a season 2, but I don't know, I have the folders and stuff where season 2 is going to be in. I don't know what that's going to be about, how my podcast is going to change. But yeah, thank you for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day. And when you have clarity, you can execute, sweeties. Thank you for listening to This Era. All right, talk to you later, peoples.